Hi guys, hey everyone, hope everyone is well. In this video, I want to discuss with you a recent spate of the old Microsoft technical support scams. Over the past few days, ACS corporates and all the companies under that name have been contacted by several customers, and I myself on Saturday had a fake phone call claiming that I phoned up and that my computer was locked. I will show an image at the end of what one of these looks like. But please note, the way you can close the web page is by pressing Ctrl Alt Delete. It will give you options like log off, sign out. Press Task Manager. Then whatever browser you're in, click it in Task Manager where it says Processes. Right click and close. That will close that browser completely and put you back on your desktop. So be extremely careful. Make sure that whatever you're doing on your browser is saved before you get any problems like that. Of course, no one knows when they're going to appear. They can just appear. 99 times out of 100, it's because there may be a spell mistake, or it's just a case of random phone call to try and look. What would happen is you would answer the phone. Obviously, they would say that your computer's locked. They need access. They could use a range of tools from legitimate sources like AMI, TeamViewer, AnyDesk, Supremo. There's many remote support solutions, but the outcome is what happens is they give you a 9-digit code and a password. I know on TeamViewer it says your ID and password. Once you give them your ID, at the bottom left it'll say trying to connect and authenticating. The reason it says authenticating is because, say, I on the computer is trying to connect to the customer. Once I put the password in, I can see everything. I can lock the screen, blank it, control the keyboard and mouse, send keystrokes like I could press Windows key and or remotely it would appear on their screen, rather than appearing on, say, my computer. They can access your files, send and retrieve files. They have full control of your computer. Now what they will do is, in previous versions of Windows before Windows 10 and 11, they would use Syskey to lock you out of your computer and say, look, you need to pay us this money. So it's a bit like a ransom. But recently they've been using other solutions by other companies. I know Lock My PC is one, but on their website they've given steps on how to get around it because they're a legitimate company and it is being used against scammers. But going back to what I was discussing there. So what they would do is once they have, say, connected to Tom's computer, why not? They'll then say, we can see that on our side that you've been given suspicious error warnings, or you may have called them up with your computer's been locked. One of two ways. They will probably check Event Viewer. Now, in Event Viewer, there are going to be logs and warnings, but it is nothing to worry about. That is normal computer logs and reports. Nothing to worry about. The scammers use that as a way to say, oh, look, actually, your computer has been infected, or there are warnings. But it is common processes that make your computer work. It's common. Do not worry about it. Once they've tried to impress you by doing the tree, so they would go to command prompt CMD, it would bring up a black box and they would run the tree -r command. What that would do is it would run a long process of all your files on your computer. Whilst that is actually running, they type. Sometimes you can hear it, sometimes you can't, and they could type a message say, your computer has been infected, you're due a refund, for example, of £200. So, oh look, I'm due a refund. They will then get you to log into your online banking, and that is where they would lock your screen, keyboard and mouse, and blank your screen. Because what they would then do is they would edit the HTML code in the browser and say, I don't know, current account has got, say, £10,000 in, for example. They'll then edit it and say, we took all your money, 0.00, unless you pay this ransom. Or they could say, actually, we've paid you more. So say, for example, you're going to give you that £200 back and you paid you 500. They would say you owe them £300, but usually it's only a lot higher value to thousands and thousands of pounds, especially with the older generation. So what they would then do is if you actually refresh the page, they've done nothing. Or sometimes if they are very devious and they refresh the page, they might have actually just moved your money from one account to another. That's a common tactic. Or if they're extremely devious, sadly, afraid they have took your money. But unfortunately, victims don't understand, and I know recently the legislation's changed, that you've got to do certain steps to protect yourself. But the way it is, if you let that person connect to your computer, that goes against you, and unfortunately, you will not be able to get your money back. This is why ACS Corporate, ACS Corporate Group, and ACS other corporate entities will only contact customers once they have contacted us for a remote support session. We will then guide you and explain what the issue is, and we will verify who we are by the phone number on the phone, as well as the ticket, and we can say to you what's been done in the ticket and the advisor. That's another thing as well. Scammers now are spoofing numbers, so they can act like they're from Microsoft, the numbers from Microsoft, but it's not. It's just a spoofed mobile number that they've done. If you're not expecting a refund, if it's come out of the blue, ignore it. Do them steps I just said to close out of the browser. It is the best way to do it, because otherwise you're going to make yourself very vulnerable to a very bad situation. I just thought to make this quick video on the scam because it is becoming more apparent. There are different variations of the scam. That is mainly the refund scam. You've got the HMRC scam that does run similarly to that, where they'll basically say you owe tax money. Some scammers randomly pay over the phone or do a bank transfer, but 99 times out of 100, you want access to your computer, like I've just said then, the Microsoft refund scam. It's the same, it's just different variations scam. The same with the Amazon scam. They will try to impress on you, saying that we're going to have to remove this Amazon bank account from your card on your account so that your account's more secure. They will then connect to your online banking, lock your keyboard and mouse, do the same processes, the refund scam as the HMRC scam. If you're not expecting anything, HMRC will always write to you, or they never ring you, they will never email you. DVLA, they will write to you. If you renewed your license and you're over 70, they will call you from Swansea. Other than that, they will write to you. Always, if you're unsure, put the phone down, wait 30 or 40 minutes so the line is closed, because sometimes the scammers will leave the line open, so when you say call your legitimate bank, they will intercept that call. Wait 30 or 40 minutes, or use a different phone, mobile, different to landline, because landlines are linked together. Please, if you're not expecting anything, it is too good to be true. Be cautious. I and ACS Corporate team will be more than happy to help the consumers and the businesses with ransomware attacks or scam attacks. But please be aware that there are only so much we can do as a company to protect you from that. With regard to getting your money back, as I said, the legislation has changed, but you've got to do so many steps to protect yourself. If the Ombudsman believes that you've done enough steps, or your bank, they will assist you in that. If not, unfortunately, you've lost your money. But please, if it is too good to be true, ignore it. Don't take it on. Put the phone down. Once you fall victim to these type of scams, you go onto a thing called a suckers list, where basically your details are sold on for pennies to other scammers, and then you become viable to other types of scams, and your details will constantly be sold on. There's a website called Have I Been Pawned from a cybersecurity expert called Troy Hunt from Australia. If you put your email in there, it will tell you if your email has been compromised through any form of scams. it will give you information as to where that scam has come from. So you can contact that company and say, look, can you remove my details? You can then check your email again to see if it's been scammed. It may say another company. But if in doubt, too good to be true, ignore it. At the same time, stay safe, stay secure. ACS Corporate and all other corporate entities will be more than happy to assist you day or night, 24/7, 365 days a year. ACS Corporate aim is to defeat tomorrow's cyber threats today. Thank you for watching. Hope to speak to you again soon. Thank you for the ongoing support. The business. As I said, if anybody needs any further information on scams, webinars, products, you can contact us at the link below, and our team will be more than happy to assist you day or night. We're here for you. Thank you. Bye bye.